We're back, baby, and I am not alone. After all, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about Damascus Dez and Vinny Bucci. And we are here to cover all things Night of Champions. And you're probably saying to yourself, whens? What were the results? Well, my friend, I am here to tell you. And I am not alone either. I am accompanied by my new best friend here, the old prediction champion, well earned at Night of Champions. We're going to go through all the goings on and find out just how, your friend the Wens here ascertained what is rightfully his. But I would like to welcome to the show our two star guests, and dare I say, the heart and soul of this show. Vincent Kennedy Bucci, our wrestling encyclopedia, and Damascus Dez, Wens World's 2025 Prediction Champion Rookie of the Year. Not easy to earn. Not easy to earn. Well, maybe there's only three of us.
I think I was the only rookie last year.
Yeah. And Boots, it's like telling your only child, you're my favorite son, you know? And because you're my only son. So now that we've gotten all our family drama out of the way, let's go through these matches. Booch, thank you for highlighting the winners of all of these matches. One by one, starting with Jey Uso taking on Oba Femi. Quick recap. Dez and yours truly both selected Oba Femi. Booch went out on a limb here. Booch, your logic going into this match, and then as you're watching this match, watching it unfold, your thoughts.
Well, again, my thought process was that Brock was going to interfere because, again, I did not see the scenario where Oba Femi was going to win the King of the Ring. Plus, as I mentioned before, Oba had droned on and on and on about Brock Lesnar. So that was the scenario that I saw. Now, obviously, that was not the case. Oba Femi did, in fact, beat Jey Uso. So I'm happy because I didn't think Jey should have made it to the finals in the first place. So I'm happy that Oba won. What I was not happy about was what happened 2 days later. Now don't get me wrong. Let me make this very clear so there's no misunderstandings. I am very excited to see Brock Lesnar and Oba Femi lock up in a Hell in a Cell. I want to see it just as bad as every other fan. I look forward to this being the final chapter, hopefully, unless Saudi decides to bring Brock to Mania and Gunther ends it there. But it looks like this is the final night for Brock Lesnar. So I'm happy about that. What I'm not happy about is I know for a fact you could have booked this Hell in a Cell without getting Oba Femi this crown. A crown was not necessary. And I felt like there were people who could have benefited from the SummerSlam title shot because here's the thing. No one gives a shit about this crown. The King of the Ring stopped being prestigious a long time ago. Because most fans, most wrestlers, they don't care about wearing the crown or the scepter or the thing. They care about the title shot. That's what everyone's looking for. What's going to happen? Who's getting the title shot at SummerSlam? And the fact that Oba Femi was given this crown and then decide, fuck the championship, you pretty much wasted everybody's time. Because here's why. You had television time devoted to this tournament. Even though it's called Night of Champions, you waited a couple of days, maybe a week tops, to even put title matches on this card. And yet, you finally crowned the King of the Ring. Okay, we can go to SummerSlam. Not only that, there's 2 nights of SummerSlam. You could easily have one of the cell matches on night 1 or 2 and have Oba go the next night. In fact, you could put the Hell in a Cell on night 1, have him get the title shot the next night, and here's the best part. Oba survives the cell, goes to night 2, he can actually, no pun intended, sell in the second match because he's weakened by the cell. So if him and Roman are in the ring, or him and Sammy or Punk or whoever the fuck's in the ring, and Oba's taking damage, it doesn't weaken him as a monster because they can say he's feeling the effects of the last night's cell. So now you see Oba Femi as not only a dominant monster, but someone who can also be a surviving babyface in the face of adversity. There's a lot of things you could have done here, but the crown was not needed to book this cell match. There's plenty of people here that were deserving of it. Hell, we have a world title match with a guy, and I love the fact that LA Knight brought this up. We have a world title match at SummerSlam where an opponent didn't even make it past the first round. So what was the point of this tournament if the people getting title shots didn't even make it past the preliminary fatal 4-way round? Which again, if you didn't want to make Oba get a title shot, he didn't even have to be pinned or submitted in the Fatal 4-Way. Brock could have interfered in that and saved us all a bunch of bullshit. So I know Desmond's shaking his head. He's going to have a lot to say, but as far as I'm concerned, as excited as I am for Oba and Brock in the Hell in a Cell, this is a waste of time.
Way to cook, Vincent Kennedy Bucci. Damascus Dez, the floor is yours, sir.
I mean, Vinny may have been cooking, but what he was cooking was a pile of shit. To say that King of the Ring is not a prestigious tournament is just bullshit. And for somebody like Vinny, who always talks about the tradition of things, and then now to bitch because the change isn't what's going through, is hypocritical at best. I'm all the time he's talking about how Royal Rumble is supposed to be the main event of WrestleMania. Now it's just a title shot. It hasn't been a fucking main event. It hasn't been actually the main event in fucking 20 years. But he still holds to that. Now that they've done twice King of the Ring, it goes for a championship. He wants to hold to the fact that that's what it's supposed to be instead of actually being traditionally a prestigious championship, a prestigious title, just to win the tournament. Hypocrite. Fucking hypocrite. King of the Ring is amazing. And yes, Oba Femi had his opportunity. He had the choice to go against whatever champion he wanted. But just like many people have done with the Royal Rumble, I think 2 or 3 people at least have turned down a title shot at WrestleMania to instead go after something else that they wanted from the Rumble, using the Rumble. And so it's the same concept with Oba Femi here. He had the opportunity. He could call his shot, call his match at SummerSlam. It was supposed to be a championship, but he chose to give that up because of a personal vendetta, the storyline. They're saying that this is so personal, he was willing to give up the championship because he knows he's good enough to get that title later. That is a storytelling machine there. And I get it. I get the fact that they just started doing this and making it a title thing, and it feels like it went off, but that's okay. It's fine. It's not like this championship thing has been a fucking 20, 30-year thing. No, this is the second time they've ever done this. And King of the Ring has always been important accolade without any other stipulations. Oba Femi is our King of the Ring. Oba Femi is going to be in arguably what should be one of the better matches of SummerSlam. And we know Oba Femi is going to end up in a championship spot soon enough. This match was fucking phenomenal. The storytelling, the back and forth between Oba ruling over Jay would try to get a couple of spots in. Oba would no-sell some shit and then go in and powerhouse through it. The match was exactly the story it needed to be. It was beautiful, and it ended the way it needed to fucking end.
All right, there was a lot there, Booch. I want to give you the opportunity to respond to his comments about you being a hypocrite.
That was a fine speech. Here's the thing. First of all, that is not the third time they've had SummerSlam title shots. It has been done sporadically with these 3 other people. Also, here's the other thing. Here's why I say the King of the Ring is not prestigious. Like I said, they discontinued the pay-per-view several years ago, and any other King of the Ring thing was just on television. Also,
King of the Ring has never been an annual thing.
No. Hold it. I let you talk. Hold it. Also, here's the other thing. When you talk about accomplishments of wrestlers, they talk about their title shot, they talk about the Rumble, they never mention Reign King of the Ring. They'll mention
shit.
They never really? Yeah, really? When Triple H walks to the ring, they never once mentioned he won King of the Ring. When
because he's got fucking 15,000 titles.
That's what I'm saying. They talk about their titles.
You won't tell me that they don't talk about the fact that Stone Cold is a King
of the Ring accomplishments.
Bullshit.
Really? When on television have you ever seen a King of the Ring stat pop up that wasn't from like Cody or Gunther?
Stone Cold.
When?
Everybody talks about Stone Cold.
They talk about the Austin 316. They never bring up the fact that he was King of the Ring. They just say, Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. They never mention it. They mention his titles and the fact he's a 3-time Royal Rumble winner. It never said 96 King of the Ring on any tail of the tape they've ever done on him. If
That's
I'm wrong,
a load of shit.
And go find it. Find it online. Show it to me, and I'll shut up.
But no, they always talk about the fact that Stone Cold, without winning that fucking King of the Ring, without winning that King of the Ring tournament, he never would have had that fucking Austin 316. They talk about that King of the Ring all the damn fucking time. They always talk about Stone Cold with that. They always talk about how many champions have been King of the Ring. How how King of the Ring has been the resurgence of a lot of people's careers, like Booker T. King of the Ring has always been a major fucking thing, always. And the fact that you say, "Oh yeah, they discontinued the pay-per-view," so the fuck what? That has never once been an annual pay-per-view. I think they've done it back to back 2 or 3 times ever.
What? Are you on track? 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002. 10 years in a row from the first time to when Brock won it. Then it became a TV event. Jesus, titty fucking Christ.
He's back to Google. Benjamin's back to Google.
Now, you said 3 people have won it and gotten title shots. That's because there was a man and a woman in 1 year, so that's 2 of them in 1 tournament.
No, Owen Hart, Mabel, and Brock Lesnar.
And in those particular cases, the championship was never the fucking goal. They got it after the fact, but it was not won via it. It's King of the Ring tournaments. Here we go. History. This is what I like.
Let me see. Originally, the prize for winning the tournament was simply being crowned the King of the Ring, but in 94, 95, 2000, and since 2024, the winner also receives a World Championship match at SummerSlam. So, yes, in those years, it was incorporated into the King of the Ring.
But it was never a consistent thing. We can agree to that.
Yeah.
It was never once a consistent thing.
Yeah. And I never said it was.
Let me see. I want to see the specific years here. Yeah, after 2002, it took a 4-year hiatus. They hit it in 2006, which is when Booker T won. Then they didn't do it in 2007. They did it in 2008, which is when who won that?
That would be Sir William Regal.
Bobby Lashley. No, wait, Booker T defeated Bobby Lashley. I'm sorry. 2008 was held.
He became King Booker, and 2008.
Yeah, William Regal. There
William
it is.
Regal.
And he beat CM Punk, which I'm not sure I agree with him beating CM Punk there. He's a little bit at the end of his career. Punk should have won that one. But I digress.
Back to the card. Now that we've settled that, at the end of the day, King of the Ring
here is a fucking prestigious fucking title. Period. It is. It is an important thing that they use to further careers, and it will further Oba Femi's.
There you have it. Booch, at the end of the day, do you agree, partially agree, somewhat agree, disagree, or neutral?
Here's the thing. I would agree more if the crown was won more often and it didn't get forgotten about within a couple of weeks. Again,
I think if it was won more often, it would actually be less prestigious.
I meant worn, as in, wearing the crown to show.
Oh, worn. A W-A-R-N. Oh, W-O-R-N. Got you. Okay, I heard one.
No, worn more often.
I think wearing the crown is kind of makes it a bit of a joke. I think having it being crowned and winning it is great, but unless you're going to do like a full King Booker gimmick, it's unnecessary.
Yeah, but for Oba Femi it would work, because again, he calls himself the ruler. Might as well put a crown on your head. I am the ruler. I am the destroyer. I am the conqueror. I will destroy Brock Lesnar. Like, put the crown on, dude.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right, let's get back to the card. I think Wenz is tired of us yelling at each other.
That's all right. I'm entertained by it. This is good. This is good radio.
I think realistically, the Oba Femi, it works more for like an English thing. The crown is not a common thing in an African sense.
Okay. Also, to clarify for the listeners out there, for you guys, it's a heated debate. For us, it's a Friday. Move on.
Look, Vinny is my best friend. We've had a whole lot worse off debates than this shit.
Indeed.